Hi all, it's good to see you here again. In this video I am explaining to you what are the deep technical causes for the last Starliner squab. If you want to go straight to the explanation and skip the context intro, go to the next chapter down here. Starliner is Boeing's crew capsule designed to reach low Earth orbit. Just as SpaceX's Crew Dragon, it will be able to send astronauts to and from the ISS, carry space tourists, or reach one of the future private space stations that will soon be constructed as part of NASA's Commercial Destination Program. Unlike the Crew Dragon though, Starliner will be able to reboost the ISS, a task currently only performed by the Russian Progress, and land on the ground, which in some cases might be an advantage. Both capsules are part of the NASA Commercial Crew Program, but Boeing failed its first orbital demonstration flight at the end of 2019 due to some software issues, and the company had to correct everything and arrange a new orbital test at its own expense. This second orbital test was hard to schedule, the International Space Station only having two compatible docking ports available, one of them being permanently occupied by a Dragon crew capsule for the astronauts on board, and the other one often used by a cargo Dragon spacecraft. There was such a launch window in early 2021, but Starliner was not ready yet. The second one was in late July, early August. This was because the cargo ship was not a Dragon, but a Cygnus, berthing onto a different kind of docking port. Starliner was ready on the launch pad, but so was the ISS new module Nauka. Unfortunately, Nauka's docking triggered a station emergency, and Starliner was delayed a couple of days to assess the potential damages to the ISS. Then on August the 3rd, Starliner was finally about to launch when a problem on fuel valves was found during pre-launch tests. Therefore, the only decision possible was to scrap the launch and investigate. There are 13 nitrogen tetroxide valves on Starliner's service module. Out of 24 total, and 9 of them were stuck closed. Nitrogen tetroxide, or NTO for short, is combined with hydrazine in a hypergolic reaction to propel Starliner during the abort phase and in-orbit maneuvers. There are also hydrazine valves, but those were not experiencing any issue. The valves have Teflon seals to prevent any leaks. Teflon is the only thing that can withstand the oxidizing power of the NTO and was precisely invented for that use by NASA. The seal is not perfect though, and there is some NTO seeping through the Teflon. This permeation of the NTO is a well-known process and the quantities are really small. What was not anticipated though is that some ambient moisture was present on the outward side of the valves. It is not yet known where this moisture came from. It may be from Boeing's factory or most likely, in my opinion, from the launch pad itself. Remember, there were thunderstorms around the launch pad the night before the anticipated launch, although there are covers over the thrusters designed to prevent any entry from a foreign object. According to John Vollmer, Vice President and Program Manager of Boeing's Commercial Crew Program, the storm was heavy enough to disrupt some of those covers, allowing for some water entry. But, still according to Vollmer, the liquid water was not the issue. It was atmospheric moisture. This atmospheric moisture combined with the small NTO leak and formed nitric acid. Nitric acid is a powerful oxidizer that attacks the metallic part of the valves, generating corrosion. This corrosion in turn stuck the valves closed. Boeing technicians managed to open most of the valves by forcing them open by diverse mechanical, electrical, and thermal techniques. Those valves then performed nominally, but 4 valves remain completely closed. At this point, Boeing doesn't know if they will address the issue with a different process to get rid of the moisture or make a change in the valve design. If this video was useful to you, I would really appreciate if you clicked the like button. That will mean a lot to me, and thank you very much. Of course, if the solution is only to get rid of the moisture before the launch, Starliner could be ready really soon. If the valve design has to be changed though, this could take a very long time. There are 24 NTO valves, 24 hydrazine valves, and 16 helium valves, all of the exact same design. Changing the design will be quite a certification process. If Boeing can find a quick fix, there might be a short launch window mid-October, after the Lucy launch by United Launch Alliance. But since the technicians will have to find a solution, implement it, and prove to NASA that it works, it is more than likely that the next launch opportunity would be no earlier than February 2022. But again, a valve redesign could take much longer. Anyway, the next steps are to destack the Starliner and separate the crew module and service module before sending them back to the factory. Then, they will be put into the stand and start a complete analysis to disassemble only what needs to be taken apart. Then, some serious time frame can be provided by Boeing about the fix. Space is hard, and it is hard for everyone. I am rooting for everyone in the space industry, and I truly hope Starliner will be able to compete with Dragon at some point. Musk said it, and I fully agree. Competition is a good thing, and having another spacecraft only brings advantages. So I'm looking forward to seeing Starliner finally reaching orbit, hopefully in February 2022, and 6 months later with a crew.